All right, guys, gonna be doing a little bit of work on the wiring side of things in the car today. Got my power and ground cables and decided to just bring you along to show you how I'm kind of doing that. I got this welding cable, Devin Vanderloof, or however you say it, I'm not good with names, recommended to do this. So this is 4 gauge right here for the ground. I'm putting some 2 gauge on the power side of things. I just wanted to go a little extra safe on that side for the starter. This is going to be a cable drive setup, so it might be on the starter for a while. I never done that, never had anything even on methanol, so it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve there. So I'm not quite sure how long it'll be on the starter. So a little extra insurance there, but I'm going to get that cable in the crimper and show you how I crimp these. Got me a good old cup of Joe. That's essential to a good garage day. But decided to show you guys my crimper while I'm at it. This is just some Amazon cheapie special. My buddy Eric at Family Man Racing decided to let me in on a little secret of what he uses. And this is it. Just a lot of different dies. It's a hydraulic. Pretty handy little deal. I've used it a couple times already and I love it. Well, I have the 4 gauge little dies put in there. I don't know if that'll show up on camera or not, but there they are right there. And I'm gonna grab the cable in the end and we'll get the crimping. Bought these cable lugs off Amazon. You can get them pretty much anywhere. Part numbers right there. They're just the different lugs and different colored shrink wrap on there. But all right, first thing you want to do, grab the cable. And then usually I like to forget this and then struggle to put it on later. So it's pretty amazing I accidentally remembered to do this first. Just slide that on there like so. Fellas, you should be used to that motion. If not, get protected. Then struggle with this. This one I'm just using for a demonstration right now. So it's already been crimped once because, well, I'm just not that smart sometimes. Slide it in like so. Make sure to get your finger in between the jaws before you crimp it. That way you know you did it good. And then make sure to drop the cable out like that too. And then get your good strain face on. That's always good too. Oh, there's one. I'm gonna put a second one on it just for extra insurance. Tighten that thing back up there. Make sure to not do it right so you look like an idiot on camera. There, now we can really get after it. All right, there's kind of the final product. Might not be perfect, may not be pretty, but holds the cable in there and that's the main part of it. So we'll get this shrink wrapped up. I'm gonna go get my heat gun. I don't have that ready because why would I? Now that I got my handy dandy heat gun here, this is Harbor Freight, of course, cheap and effective. That's why the ladies love me. But anyways, we'll get the shrink wrap in this. Now, some of you might argue that I maybe did this wrong. And of course, my camera fell, but I don't really care. Camera decided to fall, but nice and shrink wrapped up there. So, kind of ready to go in the car now. All right, we got switched all over to the 2 gauge. I bought this from a local hardware store. It looked like it had been on the shelf since Nam, but I got a really good deal on it. I mean, this was probably a third of the price of what it is online. So always check with your little local shops. A lot of times you can get a good deal there. They're always pretty helpful, and shopping local is always a good deal. But we'll see how well we can do this one. So get her set up in there, nice and cool like. I always kind of like to get it to where it's just starting to crimp. Then make sure my cable's all situated right, and then we'll start. First one done. Some guys set these up in a vise and use them, but I like to kind of look like an idiot trying to use it, so I'm not going to put it in a vise. But slide the shrink wrap up, and since I actually got the heat gun ready to go this time, we'll shrink her up. That smells terrible, by the way. I don't know what's up with this thing, but it's just every time I've ever used it, it just makes me want to gag. Kind of like some of the memories from early in college. But anyways, here we go. Got that done. Now I'll show you where I'm going to put these at in the car. Kind of mocked up right now. I'm not sure if where I'm going to route these yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to route them under the carpet along there, or if I'm going to route them around the roll bar right here. Not sure yet, but I kind of just got them set in there, so it's going to look something like that. What are we doing, Shane?
Giving her the old corn fed. It's going to E85 finally.
We hear you like corn fed.
Yeah,
Girls, beef, and fuel.
It's better than crowd fed. Haven't hit one of them yet.
The first time we went to tune this, the E85 tune was encrypted or something, didn't want to load. So now we are giving it all the sauce. This is taking forever. Well, it's driving fine so far, so we're gonna go out, get it nice and warm, and then we're gonna do some draggy tests and see if we gain any mile per hour. I believe last time on pump gas, it was like 113 in the quarter. This doesn't hook up very well, so we're just gonna see what it does in the quarter for mile an hour, and we'll know. We got 3 people in the car, so it'll be a little off, but good base data. Go anytime.
30. 60. Quarter mile.
Well, Shane, what'd you think?
It definitely woke up, that's for sure. We'll have to see the quarter mile what it runs. Hopefully at 11.9 I'd be happy with. Just a tune and a bolt on quarter intake would be pretty neat.
Traction control is kicking in pretty good on all the shifts, down low, and then of course when we took off, we're just gonna have to get some tires on this thing. We have 3 people in here too, so get my fat ass out of here, it'll probably drop some tents too, so we'll holler back on this thing when we have some tires. There's your problem. You got some gosh dang all-terrains on this.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one, sir.
Yeah, we'll see ya.
See ya. A little different scenery out here than I was last week. Forgot to do an outro before we left for vacation. Me and the old Catherine were out here, Vegas, out here for vacation. So Brother's car picked up some pretty good power on E85. We think that maybe there's more to be had. A few things that just ain't running quite right, so we're gonna kind of work on them. It kind of idles funky and does some other stuff, and maybe we're gonna test the fuel, make sure it's pure E85. Maybe not, we got a weird mix or something. Other than that, I'll give you another update on the car. That'll be like the part 1 of wiring and powers and stuff, and then I'll do a part 2 here next week. But anyways, we'll catch you later.